You know that book that Zach gave you to read about Paul McCartney? He was in the Beatles for like 10, 20 years when he wrote that book. How do you feel when you look back on your career since
Well,
you've been doing it for
it's
at least
this
that?
year's, I'm going to come to the end of the 20th year of being involved in
Mm-hmm.
rock and roll and 20
Right,
successful years.
right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's more or less 20 successful years.
Right, right.
But it's like when you actually sit down and think 20 years, it seems a long time, but when I'm on reflection, I don't actually, I mean, my years with Sabbath was 10 years. They don't seem, it seems like, it's like I went to school, I remember my teens, I remember Black Sabbath, and I never thought, I remember thinking at the time of Black Sabbath, I can't see beyond Black Sabbath.
Right, right.
I can't see anything without Black Sabbath. Now I've left Sabbath and I'm my own sort of person. I look back then and I think, fuck.
Can't see what you were thinking.
I'm thinking, what the fuck was in your head then? Because you never know what tomorrow brings. And I always believed, I'm one of these guys that thinks it's never going to get any better than what it is now. I'm always going to be the
Or, to be the total pessimist.
I'm fucking always pessimistic, this ain't going to work, fuck
Right.
that ain't
Yeah.
going to work. And it's kind of a nice, pleasant surprise when it does work. There's a good side of being a pessimist because when you do get success, it's like, wow!
Yeah.
I knew it all the time,
Yeah.
But it's like, I was just funny, we were just talking about this, I was looking at a book that one of the guys in Zach bought me for Christmas about the Beatles, and I read a newspaper clipping about Paul McCartney when he left the Beatles, and
Right.
I read it and he said the Beatles have been together for 10 years, and I thought, fucking hell, man. When I was around when the Beatles were around, they seem to have been around forever.
And you were around when the Beatles were together. Can you place yourself in that time?
The funniest part of that the whole incident is we never knew what the fuck we were about. And I always thought we weren't very good,
Really? Oh, wow.
I always just think, Iron Man was a good riff, Paranoid was a good riff, but on the whole, I didn't think we were that good a band. We're all fucked up on drugs and booze all the time. Every day I was high, I was drunk. Every single day I was fucking... So in actual fact, a lot of it's like a drunken haze. It was all okay because I was always under the influence of something. So there wasn't really... And anything bad that happened, we never really took it seriously because we would just go down the pub and get pissed again.
Grizzly here with Ozzy Osbourne. It's a pleasure and an honor to be talking to someone who has been in the heavy metal world as long as he has and done the things that he's done. Your body of work. Do you feel like because of all the drugs and drink, you don't remember everything as well as you can from back then?
No, I do remember, but I don't remember them as severely as I should. Because
Yeah, right.
we were getting ripped off by Patrick Meehan for lots of dough, but
Yeah.
we knew it was lots of dough, but we really didn't have a clue of how to get to the bottom of it. Because we would always, fucking throw another gram of coke and a bottle of whiskey and it'd be alright, We were just, I entered rock and roll purely because of the fun angle. And then all of a sudden, there was a business side of it that I didn't really want to take full control. I didn't want any control, fuck that business shit, man. Just give me cocaine and drugs and a flash car and a nightclub and a couple of groupies and I'll be sound, A gig now and again.
So what happened?
But what happened was that all of a sudden, we were forcibly, no way around getting around this. We had to get involved in business somewhere.
Right.
which was, we didn't have a clue. It's like
Right.
fucking telling a kid to play for England
Right.
football team, and he's never
Yeah.
kicked a ball in his life. You know?
Right.
It's a different game entirely. We were there like cheering everybody on. We were the kings of the night, you know. We didn't have a clue. We could not. Four guys. I mean, Geezer had a little bit of an idea, but I mean, you had, whereas it is now, I am Ozzy and I am in kind of control with my wife Sharon, and we got it kind of organised. With Sabbath, there was 4 individual people who everyone wanted to be better than anybody else with a business.
Well, like little kids, right?
Yeah.
Kids playing grown-up games,
Right.
man. We were fucked up, junked-out kids, man. All of us. And we couldn't. I mean, we after getting rid of the manager, we had attempted badly to try and manage ourselves, and we couldn't manage a piss up in a brewery, to be quite frank. And I'm not putting Black Sabbath down because it's only after leaving Black Sabbath that I realised what an influence and effect we had on rock and roll today.
Yeah, it's your placement in that history and your appreciation of it.
Oh, after the event, though, we never. You see, when you're in the camp doing it, you ask Metallica in 20 years' time what they think of what they are now. I mean, you know, it's like a real weird feeling because it's like, I just fucked around, man. I mean, sometimes I listen to some of the old Sabbath stuff, and I think, how the fuck did I come up with that vocal line? How did I? Because Geezer was the main lyricist, and I used to come up with all the melodies, you know. What the fuck
Right.
was I? What? You know?
Right, yeah.
How come I thought of that?
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I mean, it was really virgin thoughts. It was like really a weird. The combination of Sabbath has never been the same since we all split. Since the 4 of us were stopped playing, and it never will be the same again. Even if Tony Iommi gets a new Sabbath line and it's a #1 album and all, but it'll never be the same thing again. I mean, I'd never like to say that it'll never happen because you don't know. Look at Fleetwood Mac. You know, they also said when Fleetwood Mac first split up and Jeremy Spence left and Peter Green, that it would never be the same, and yet they got bigger. But it was a different area, style of music entirely. You know, one of the things I've learnt from our lady, she says, people are never dead in this business. Out of the blue, somebody of 95 comes out of the archives with a great record, and you go, fucking hey, man.
Gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning, death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah. darkness world stops turning, ashes where the body's burning. No more war pigs have the power, and as God has struck the hour, day of judgment God is calling. On the knees the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for the sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh,